Hello guys, welcome back to yet another video. I am Tsholo Phoka for those that are new to this channel. On this video, I'm going to be talking about the 10 mistakes that are stopping your hair from growing. Well, hair doesn't stop growing, but breakage can quite limit your hair growth. And I'm going to walk you through how to prevent this. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button as well as the notification button to be notified of every time I post a new video. And let's get straight into this video. The first mistake that you might be doing is combing your natural hair every day. You do not have to comb natural hair every day, as it could cause split ends, which will lead to breakage. Opt for finger detangling, which will look just as good as combing, or also you can do protective styling, which doesn't need you to comb a lot every day. Low manipulation styling like twist outs or also braid outs doesn't need you to comb. You just finger detangle your hair and you just fluff it out the next day or a couple of days. So opt for those type of things that don't need you to use the comb on your hair every single day. And who really wants to comb their hair every day? Because when your hair gets dry, it might be difficult to comb through your hair. So avoid the comb every day. The second mistake you might be doing is overusing heat and not using heat protectant. I always say this in all my videos: use a heat protectant, and if you can avoid heat, do not use heat every day, every month. Try to give your hair a break from heat, and if you do not need to use it, why use it? Because you do not have to use heat every single day or every single month, probably when you're rushing or when you want to do a specific style, but avoid it at all costs. And the third mistake ties into the first one: doing a protective style the wrong way. Yes, you can do a protective style the wrong way. Doing protective styles that are tight on your edges, that are tight on your scalp, and also that are frustrating when you're trying to undo them, because everything is just knotted up and you cannot undo them without breaking your hair. Try to avoid those hairstyles, and also if you go to a salon, try to talk to them to be gentle with your hair or to not pull too tight. I know you want that sleek look, for it to look so neat and tight, but it's better to just have let me not say not neat, but a lesser tight style, so that you can protect your hair and you can keep your hair flourishing and growing in its natural state. The fourth mistake that could be stopping your hair from growing is not knowing your hair porosity, because if you do not know your hair porosity, how are you going to know how to moisturize it? Dry hair breaks. Yes, dry hair breaks. A leaf that's dry does what? It breaks. So if you do not know your hair porosity, it's more likely for your hair to break. So know your hair porosity so that you know how to moisturize your hair, and if you know how to moisturize your hair, it's less likely to break. The fifth mistake, I'm going to tie it up to number 4, which is dry hair. Dry hair will cause breakage. There's no other way. So do make sure that you moisturize your hair. Do know how to moisturize your hair, and do know what to use to moisturize your hair. You can use a leave-in conditioner, a spray leave-in conditioner, or you can use a moisturizing leave-in conditioner in water. Water is the most important conditioner that you could have for your hair. So you can spray water and then seal it in with a butter or an oil, and your hair will flourish because it will be so moisturized that it will not be dry and break off. The sixth mistake is overprocessing your hair, dyeing your hair a lot, or using a lot of relaxer. You can use these things regularly, but you have to make sure that you're not overdoing it. I know some people who love dyeing their hair every week a different color, and it is so unnecessary. Even the dye box does say you do not dye your hair every week. You have to leave a period in between your dyes for the hair to grow out, and you actually dye only the new hair. So make sure that you do not overprocess your hair, because that will lead to weak and brittle hair and it will cause breakage. Overprocessing your hair could also lead to your hair falling off from the scalp, because it might damage the hair follicles and also lead to patches on your hair, which stops hair growth. Do make sure that you're responsible with dyeing your hair. Try to leave periods where you do not have to dye your hair, or try to make sure that when you're dyeing your hair, you haven't done anything else that was traumatizing to your scalp. The seventh mistake that could be stopping your hair from growing is using cotton towels, because cotton towels do cling onto your hair when you're drying your hair, and that will lead to breakage. So opt for t-shirts or microfiber towels, which are much better for natural hair and it won't cling to your hair. The eighth mistake is quite a common mistake, which is using the wrong accessories for your hair. These accessories might be headbands, it might be the ribbons that you use to tie your hair, because they have maybe some metal that actually breaks your hair, or they have some sort of decorations that are stopping your hair from growing by breaking your hair. Be mindful when you're shopping for your hair accessories. Do not shop for accessories that may cause your hair to break easily, and you can see by the hair accessory that this one could actually cling onto your hair and which one could actually be better for your natural hair. So do be mindful, and also do choose wisely when you're choosing your hair accessories. The ninth mistake that you could be doing is not using a satin scarf or a satin bonnet to protect your hair from rubbing on the cotton pillowcase while you're sleeping, because when your hair rubs on cotton, it breaks. So try to use a satin pillowcase if you do not want to use a bonnet or a scarf, or you can use a satin bonnet or a satin scarf to protect your hair. The last mistake that could be stopping your hair from growing is trimming. Well, this could be a bit of a double-edged sword, because if you trim too much, you'll never see the growth of your hair, and also if you do not trim at all, you could actually have tangles that cause breakage on your hair. So if you want to trim, just make sure that you do check out your hair and see if you have split ends, or you're getting a lot of tangles when you want to detangle your hair. That might mean that it's time for you to trim. I do have a video on how to trim your hair. And then also you can actually also minimize trimming if you actually do not need to trim. You do not need to regularly trim your hair. You can trim your hair when you see that your hair needs a trim. So those are the 10 mistakes that could be stopping your hair from growing. I hope you guys got a lot out of this video and will not be repeating these mistakes. Do leave a comment below on further mistakes that you are doing that are stopping your hair from growing, that you've noticed with your own hair, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!